Welcome back for episode 65 of our road to 1500. We are currently sitting at 1204. I think today we're going to play an episode of 10-5. We had a loss on our last video. It was a pretty close game that we messed up in the end game. We've played a few more games since then. We're back over 1200. Let's see how we get on today. Found an opponent pretty quickly. Going to play c6. Our opponent is from Turkey. We are going to play the Caro-Kann. It's going to be the exchange Caro-Kann. So our opponent has just taken. So they bring their bishop here. I can just bring my knight here. I can develop my knight, I think. We can do this. Go there. Can leave the bishop at home. So it's interesting, the placement of the bishop here. They're going to try and like pin me or something. Okay, now we can bring the bishop out. It's pinned, so they can't move the knight without losing the more valuable piece behind, which is the queen. So I think we'll just take that. We just close the pawn chain up here in the middle. Question is, we can bring our bishop here. They might come down here. So if they go here and then they go there, I think we just probably play solid there. Just get castled, I think. Just get castled. We're kind of even on time. We've been doing some tactical training, chess mood. I have a course on there called Tactic Ninja, I think it's called. We've been doing a bit of that. It's like doing tactics puzzles, I suppose, but it's more sort of focused training in different areas. So I've been looking at double checks. Yeah, I thought they might do that. So I'll come here, I think. Queen can't come there and the queen can't come there. If they take, they're not going to want to take with the queen. They're bringing all their pieces. Okay, we're going to need to be a little bit careful here. This is covered by... I am attacking the bishop now. If they go there, it's too early for them to play this. They're trying to put quite a lot of pressure on. We've got a lot of pressure with this bishop as well. Right, let's get rid of that. We can come here now with this knight, which is quite nice. They'll probably just keep pushing along. Push here. Yeah, I'm threatening to push here. Let's come here with the queen. Because we are... They can't push that now without losing the knight. Okay, now we're commonly in these sorts of positions a lot in the Caro-Kann, so stay focused. It's always a little bit scary when they've got quite a lot of pressure on your king, but we need to try to focus on this side of the board. I think we can push here now. Here, so they still can't push here. So push. Maybe bring a bit more support over here. Push, take. Gotta be careful. I don't want to get the queen trapped. This is allowing us to develop our pawns, our A and B pawns. This is called the minority attack when we're looking to attack up these files. It's a minority because we actually have less pawns than our opponent. You can see they've got 1, 2, 3. Here we've got 1, 2. Okay, so I think maybe the knight here is better. We can push. Okay, so we've got 2 moves. We can do this, or we can bring the knight in to defend. They might start pushing. We can just attack it. Do the knight. I'm not sure whether that's the better move or not. Maybe we should have pushed the pawn. It does block. I mean, we can always do this too for further support. I mean, we can bring this in to attack the queen. The queen has to go back. Probably just. Right, let's just solidify this. Got to be careful that because I was kind of making the move and then stopped. That's where I've made a mouse slip before. So I have to be careful with that move. I think I might bring the queen back. Queen here. Now, can win that bishop potentially. Bring here. Very tempted. So knight here. They just bring the bishop back, or let's just bring the queen in. It does allow if they take, we come in with the knight. About halfway through. Oh, okay. Well, I have to take. Okay, let's just stop this knight coming here. Because if it comes here, it can attack this. Okay, and then let's come here. Opponents decided to exchange off a load of pieces. We're kind of okay on time. Okay, we can bring the king towards the center, I think. I think that's probably better, isn't it? We want our king to be a bit more active, so let's come here. We can't take that, so now we can push. Okay, they go back. Bring our king up again. Push. Might be able to win material now. So push, take, take. I think we're getting our king a bit more active. So push, take. What? Okay. Let's take that then. Yeah, if we come here, they can just go there. If we come forward, do we want to come? I feel like getting our king more active would be better. So come here, there, here, check. It's just stepping up seems a bit risky, but okay, yeah. So let's do this. Come here. Push again. Got more of an escape square now. I can take this now. I think they probably move the rook back. Push, take, push. take, take, take. Okay, I've got. Hang on. So take, push, take. Don't think I'm all right. Got check here now. I'm +1. My rook's active. King's. What? Just take. Check. Take this one. Just take this one. I'm getting a lot of his pawns now. I mean, I probably should have gone to there because then I could take that with check. But he might, if he comes there, I'll go here. Okay. Don't think that works. Just take that. That's check. I mean, that was just a bad move, I think. So now it's pinned. Now I can take the check. Okay, so that's check. I mean, he has to take. I think we've just outplayed our opponent in the end game. He's forced to take. And then we take, and I don't think the king's quick enough. So 1, 2, promote 1. And our opponent has resigned. And we've hit a 478-day streak on chess.com, which is pretty impressive. Let's go and have a look at the game review, folks. We played with an 87.9% accuracy. We're up to 12-11. So the game was pretty even until our opponent made a blunder, I think, towards the end game. We played the opening and the middle game very well. Chess.com rated it 1900, but you have to really take these estimates with a big pinch of salt because depending on what rating you're at, the actual what it puts there changes quite a lot. So I don't think it can really be trusted. I think the key thing you really need to look at is the accuracy, and we're heading towards a 90% accuracy. We did make one mistake, but our opponent made a blunder. Let's have a look at the review. We played the Caro-Kann, and which basically means that after our opponent plays the king's pawn, we play c6, and then you're basically in the Caro-Kann. Now, typically they'll play their other pawn down, and then we play d5, and this is the very common structure that you see in the Caro-Kann, and the variation was the exchange variation where they take and we take back, and then they actually brought the bishop out, which is a book move, and to be honest with you, I don't see that often and maybe struggle a little bit against. But we bring the knight, that's book. Bring the other knight, that's book. So we're still all in book, which is really good. So we're still in opening theory here, and we're able to bring our bishop out to pin the knight. As soon as I saw him bring this out, he kind of has to do this because otherwise he's going to struggle to castle. So pleased to see this, because once he's done this, we can bring the white bishop out, which is preferable because we don't really want to have the bishop left at home because it then becomes essentially a bad bishop. It's kind of blocked in and hard to develop. So we got the bishop out, and I took, which is still an excellent move. It says actually bring it back, but this was fine. Then we close up the pawn chain in the middle and they castle. We considered bringing the bishop to here, but it's solid. Just bringing it here in the Caro-Kann is probably preferable. If I brought the bishop to here, I think I mentioned that, you know, they can do things like come here and attack this twice with the queen and the bishop. So we just brought it there. Brought the rook over with castle, which was best. They brought their bishop there. This is fine. It's saying that you could try and kick the bishop. We offered the trade. Their bishops are looking quite scary, so we moved the knight over, attacking this bishop here. We took back, and then they brought the rook over, and we developed our queen over here. The thinking behind this is that I'm thinking they're going to try and push this, and they can't because they would basically leave this knight undefended. But not only that, we're also attacking the pawn. So you always kind of want to look out for moves that give you multiple options or attack pieces twice. That sort of thing is always very nice. They played the best move. Now we've got the queen here. My idea, it says it's good. It's an okay move, but not amazing. But whilst we've got the queen over here, and this bishop would, if the queen wasn't defending this pawn, it would just be able to take this pawn. So we just, it enables us to develop and start pushing these pawns, which is part of the minority attack. They brought their queen over. Oh, okay. So actually, we brought our knight here to defend, but it's saying that actually a better move would have been to bring the knight here. It attacks the queen, but it also defends this square. I didn't actually see that, and that would have been better because it's like a multi-purpose move. It defends this square, but it also says get the hell out of there, queen. So that's kind of nice. We brought our knight here, and that's excellent. We prevent them from checkmating. They do move their queen back, and I'm now strengthening this pawn chain, and then I can kind of get my queen out of there and do other things with the queen. And we play the best move here. Good thinking, it says. Yeah, so this was one of our inaccuracies, and we're giving away a bit of an advantage. So it would have been better to bring the knight here attacking the bishop, and they'd need to do something like move it back. They found the best move, but then we took that. Right, they could have they could have sacrificed the bishop and grabbed another pawn. So that was why it was an inaccuracy by me, because it gave them this move, but they didn't see it. So it's interesting. So they were going to give up. They were going to lose the bishop anyway. So this would be a way to take a pawn, and it's an important pawn because it's one of my pawns that's defending my king. But they missed and took the queen, and then I took the wrong way. But I just like the idea of opening up this file here. But it says that was another one of our inaccuracies. But now the game is pretty close to even. So that's sort of advantage that our opponent didn't win that pawn. We defend again. They bring that there. This is good. So bringing the king up, good. This was best. So I did think that our opponent bringing a knight there was kind of like, okay, my king's more active than yours. It's going to be hard to checkmate me. And pretty pleased with this because I was like, I'm going to bring the king forward. It's not necessarily obvious or it's a little bit scary because you're like, okay, they're going to start bringing these pawns down, and can they kind of create some sort of mating net or something to checkmate me? But I thought it was the best move. We're going to have some chances. We've got some defensive pawns. They play an inaccuracy here, and we're starting to see an advantage. This was good. Okay, that was another inaccuracy. We should have just... right. Yeah, push the pawn here. It stops them pushing here. It stops the king coming in as well. So that would have been better. This is good. We've got an advantage. Okay. This is a mistake. Our better option was to create a pawn chain. So up here and then take and take would have been better. So now the game's back to even. So bringing the king back, not the right idea. But our opponent missed. We should have brought the king back. Yeah, we only took 1 second to do that. Interesting. So we're not playing as accurately as we could in the end game. Opponent plays the best move. Take. Then we take here. We're +1, but our opponent could have played an advantage, but they blundered. This was great. And now we have quite a large advantage. And we play the best move. Opponent comes down, which is excellent. Yeah, why didn't I think about that? That would have been way better. We just come here and we attack both. It's just makes a lot more sense. That was good, but didn't think it was great. Best move, best move. So this creates a pin because they can't take the pawn because it would be check. And they then play an accuracy. They needed to get their king out of the pin. And it gives me the opportunity to take, which just forces a trade. And basically I'm going to get a queen and win the game. So I made a couple of inaccuracies in that end game with the king, bringing it back, but we still dominated that end game and outplayed our opponent. So happy with the win. So if you did enjoy and you watched this far, thank you very much. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Comment if you want to join the conversation, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers. Bye.